And we practically asked her if she was open to our solution, and if she thought that the problem of post-harvest loss could be solved. And this woman went ahead to say, in vernacular, nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run bá sọ pa máa tà, òun la máa tà, èyí tó bá dẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́ máa bàjẹ́. And in that moment, we thought, are we sure there is actually a problem? My name is Michael Akinshete. I'm the co-founder and chief marketing officer at Eco22. The early days of the business was quite interesting. I say that now because when you look back, you're able to connect the dots, right? But back then it was very tedious, being people who did not train in agriculture, right? I am an urban and regional planner by training. And so is my partner. And so it required us doing a lot of research, conducting surveys and interviewing the primary people facing this problem. There were many of such moments, right? There are times when you've built a solution and you've done research and you built this solution and you think, oh, I have the perfect solution for this problem, only to test it in the market and it's like, oh, what have we done? I remember one time we were doing a survey at a market here in Lagos, and we went to talk to one of the would-be beneficiaries of our solution, and she was sitting in the midst of heaps and heaps of food that was already going to waste, and we practically asked her if she was open to our solution, and if she thought that the problem of post-harvest loss could be solved. I went ahead to say, in vernacular, nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run bá sọ pa máa tà, òun la máa tà, èyí tó bá dẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́ máa bàjẹ́. And in that moment, we thought, are we sure there is actually a problem? It was at the closeout dinner for I think it's the Netherlands trade missions to Nigeria. It also was like a reception dinner that held at the end of the Nigerian Agro-Food Summit. And we also knew that it was going to be the announcement dinner for the award. And all of us, the finalists, as well as everyone that was affiliated with the Netherlands consulate in Nigeria, were in attendance. When the moment for the announcement came, I mean, of course, as you can imagine, my heart was in my mouth. My fingers were crossed. But when my name and that of my company was mentioned to have won, I just stayed rooted where I was. I had a smile on my face. I remember people looking at me and clapping, and they were all smiles. And it took a colleague gesturing to me to, get on stage, for me to realize, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that. And it was just a surreal moment. It's still very surreal when I think about it. Really good to get those flowers. And personally, I'm not gonna lie, I felt really good. And it's been a massive launchpad for me in my personal career. After winning the Agropreneur of the Year, I was also selected for the Enterprising Future Scholarship, which is funded by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, right? And as the Agropreneur of the Year, it was easy to approach the consulate and ask for a reference, which they did without hesitation. On a business front, more partnerships. Last year, we did our biggest project yet, right? And all of this happened after winning the Agropreneur of the Year. Winning the Agropreneur of the Year 2025 has meant tremendous progress for us in the business, and even for me personally. There's been more exposure, greater visibility, right? And like I said earlier, it was great validation for us as a brand. Agriculture has been presented as a means of survival rather than a strategic endeavor. Yeah, I think that the innovation that will shape the future of agribusiness in Nigeria, right? I think that for one, climate smart infrastructure and I'm building one of that. That's what we do here at Eco22, building cold storage, solar powered cold rooms, efficient irrigation systems, you know, hydroponics, aquaponics, climate controlled environments for production. I think that there's also a lot of innovation needed in the place of data and traceability. There's a need to build integrated value chain models, like businesses that can combine production, storage, market intelligence, logistics, and all of those things. I think that integration is the future. I mean, I'm excited to be handing over the baton. I also look forward to who the next Agropreneur of the Year would be for 2026. My one honest piece of advice that I would give to young agropreneurs would be that they stay true to their vision and that they fall in love with their problem, with the problem that they're trying to solve, not the solution that they are building. Because if you're in love with that problem, right, it would not matter the challenges that you come across in solving it. You would always find a way to solve it.